Hi, my name is Chris. I am a victim of mind control in Australia. I have been a victim for 38 years. The reason I am presenting my story on YouTube is to tell people how corrupt the system be if it is above the law. This is what happens if it goes wrong. I'm sorry there is no video, but this way I can tell the truth and nothing but the truth without any repercussions to my family's identity. I suppose I should start by telling you what mind control is, for those who had never experienced it or heard of it. Cheap Trick wrote a song about it in the 70s called The Dream Police. It's worth listening to. It's a method of entering the subconscious mind at night when you are sleeping. This way they can retrieve information from you without you even knowing they are there. They do this to determine a result of whatever they are investigating. How they do it is very interesting. They first make you high on a specific type of gas that they release while you are asleep. They then recall a memory through your subconscious mind. They question you through the night and then through the day they do simulation tests on whatever they are trying to establish. They do this without you even knowing they are there. That's right, without you knowing they are there. The gases they use block out your conscious reason from realization and you go through conversations with them without you even registering they are there. I've been through this many times but didn't realize it until I looked back at the particular memory. Freaky but true. At night they play streams in your mind which would have some connection to specific points in their investigation. I suppose that is why they call them the Dream Police. In the Second World War they used to use injections on prisoners of war who were tortured then interrogated using hallucinative drugs called truth serums which basically knock out the conscious mind from working properly. In today's world they realized that they can retrieve all information they need directly from your subconscious mind. They do this while you are asleep. The reason for this is that the subconscious mind doesn't lie. It's the conscious mind that determines whether a person will lie or not. Today they are using certain forms of hallucinative gases together with hypnotic subconscious programming to take control of the person being entered. They can, for example, find a memory in your past, recall it to your subconscious mind, then download it like a movie to your conscious mind where you experience it as if you were there on the day. All this with the sun shining outside to whatever emotions you had on the day. The brain is an amazing computer. From here they start testing you on specific information they want from you. I totally believe in this method, at least it's fair to the one being investigated. With me they cleared me of all charges only to be set up by a second bunch of idiots who were sent to cover up their history. When they made a statement to me that the investigation had nothing to do with the truth, I knew I was in trouble. They did whatever they wanted to me, make up false memories and tried to lock them into my conscious mind. Whether it's true or not didn't really matter as long as they could cover up their crimes. This is why I believe this system is corrupt. For example, they might create an image from a memory that had whatever they want to it. Example, anger of arousal. Then blast it into the head and that tend to totally confuse you. Then they try and convince you that whatever they had placed in your head was you. When they do this they make sure there is no self-awareness so you are totally at their mercy. They usually do this to you when you're so high on their gases and hypnotic control that you haven't got a chance to defend yourself or find any relative memory which would give you the release from their implants. They use this method to get control of the person they are entering before they mold you in whatever way they want you to be like. Believe me, I know they did all these things to me trying to convince me I was someone who they wanted me to be. Lucky for me it didn't work. I am however wondering how many people are out there that they have created false memories of their lives and these poor people actually believe these delusions. I know of a few people personally they have done this to. They'll always try and lock in their opinion rather than the truth as the truth doesn't really mean anything to them. When the game is more important than the truth the system has failed, and these people really need to be taken to court and exposed as what they really are, criminals. They are hidden from prosecution under the National Security Act written over 40 years ago. I have been trying to break into it for 11 years now, waiting for legal representation. They promised me one in 2001. I've tried law institutions, office of police in Negrelli. Nothing worked. They are permitted to lie about everything. Any institution that is allowed to lie unconditionally is heading for disaster at one point in its existence. Because of all their lies and games, I've decided to expose them on YouTube to see what happens. With me, they tried every trick in the book to rewrite my life, so they can accuse me of everything they needed to justify their criminal activities they so enjoy doing to people. What they can do to a person to start with is lift you up so high on their gases that your behavior becomes totally without logic. Then they can make you do anything their imagination can think up while under their control. The things they have done to me and then hide under their lies are quite unbelievable but true. I will get into how corrupt they are later, but to mention a few things they have done, they had me eat my own stills while under their hypnotic gases. Also, they had me culpable driving with intent to harm others while so drunk that I would have blown at least 3 times the limit. This police officer responsible got me so high and drunk on their gases, then had me drive to my local town to have a collision with a local police car doing over 100 kilometers an hour for some 5 kilometers. And lucky the police car wasn't there because I would have driven straight into it. I could have killed people that night and he is still a cop today. Hypnosis is a very dangerous medium if in the wrong hands. It's also amazing how criminal a person can become when they feel they're above the law with an extreme ego. The organization found me in the early 70s when I was 10 years old. I was sexually abused as a child from a boy from Tallygo's boys' home in the Basin in Victoria. How they knew I was sexually abused only leaves me with the thought that MK Ultra was experimenting on orphan children from boys' homes. It doesn't surprise me. Where can you find children which are hidden away from mainstream society? This is a trademark that MK Ultras is known for in America. You can find a lot of information on YouTube, and yes, MK Ultra went global. In Australia, no one yet exposed them for who they really are, and I wonder how far I will get before they knock on my door. If they lack the moral fiber to do it. With the things they have done to me over the 38 years, I know why they don't want to make contact. In part 2, I will explain the different tortures experiments they did to me when I was 12. Hopefully I will find other people who have gone through the same experience and we can get together and expose this organization and hopefully even bring them to trial. You can contact me on mindcontrolaustralia@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you.